Welcome back to the shop. Today we're going to take a look at a pair of snap ring pliers. This is put out by Klein. I doubt it's made by Klein, but they're selling it. I saw it. I had to see. They're showing everybody's got their own way of trying to do snap ring pliers, and some are better than others. I saw that this is kind of like a removable head, snap on, snap off type thing. I'm kind of interested to see how they went about doing this. It says it's for internal and external snap rings. It looks like the pin size is going to be kind of specific, but might get you in and out of a pickle here or there. This is made in China, if you're keeping track. Tip diameter, they say, is 0.58, so I think that's all of them. It has a straight, actually two straights, not confidence instilling. I guess they figure you're going to beat that one up. A 45 and a 90. And then they kind of show how they intend you to change out the different heads on this. Okay, so getting into this thing. This thing has kind of nice rubberized handle on it. It is spring loaded. You can see the spring right here down at the bottom. And I'll be curious to see, it is a double acting spring, I believe. Now this thing is actually relatively clunky. I don't know if you can see that, but the way they try and get this thing to be as universal as it can be, that's a pretty thick housing. Now, truth be told, if you are throwing this in to be a tool, yeah, we're about an inch thick on these. Truth be told, if you're throwing this in your carry just to have a snap ring pliers for just in cases, and you have multiple different kinds, this could very well be a decent tool to have in the carry. Now, let's see if we can get this thing apart. So you've got to take the pin out, and to take the pin out, it sits like this in the tool. You have to load the spring to give it some slack, and you can line this up and pull it through. I'll try and show it a little bit better when we put it back together. Now the tool itself is spring loaded. Here's the pins that it sits on to be, so here's the pins that it sits in to be the external. Then to make it an internal, you have to put it this way, and your pivot point now gets changed, and the tool gets picked up from a different location. The spring tension is different. So now, when you're internal, you can squeeze everything together. So let's set it up to be internal. I don't know that it matters which side this button is on, but all I'm going to do is push the button all the way in, get our snap in, and now we've set it up as an internal pliers. That's pretty neat. It seems to work pretty well. You do have a reasonable amount of pliers sticking out, so you should be able to get into at least an inch of housing or what have you. The overall alignment of this is relatively decent. I can push it around, but it's not more flimsy than most snap ring pliers. I can say the overall width, probably like 3/32. So that's not too bad as far as the jaws themselves. Let's go ahead and put the 45 on this. So to do that, we're going to just push this in, turn this straight, take the pin and spring out, and we're going to put take that straight out. I'm going to put the 45 on. We'll put it on in the external setting. And you line up your pin, push it in, set it, and there you go. It's really not too bad to change out. It is clunky, I'll give that, but it's not like you're flipping a switch or something. You are actually changing the arrangement of the tool when you want to go from internal to external. So if we want to go to internal on this one, just need to squeeze all of this together like that, and we'll push this in through here and set this, and just like that we've changed to the other configuration. So it's not too hard to do. It's relatively easy. I can see parts wise this spring, you may or may not have issues with it. Definitely has to go on directionally. It is a conical spring. You're going to want to get it on the right way. This tab, I don't know. It'll take some abuse. I don't know how much it'll take. I think this is more of a get you out of a bind tool than a this is my mainstay snap ring pliers tool. It's one of those things that I don't think you're gonna, if you're playing around with snap rings all the time, I think the dedicated snap ring pliers are more the way for that. But if you're met with the occasional snap ring ailment, the 90 is probably also about an inch, well, I should say half inch, sorry. Probably about a half inch depth on the 90. Now, the 90, let's see if I can assemble this the other way. I don't know if you can see the problem with the 90 the way I have this put together. You can't get flush with the workpiece. So let's see. I see no reason why I couldn't. Let's see if we can assemble it this way. And then this should allow us to take this and work flush with it. So I do believe there is an up and a down. Now, with the 90 set up this way, you probably have, I'm going to say probably about a 3/8 clearance. Yeah, I'd say it's about a 3/8 clearance from this pin face to the usable parts of your 90-degree tool. So that's something to keep in mind, and then we can obviously set it up the other way. We would want to flip it like this and set our pin in here like this. Pull all that out. And it'll be the same thing, probably 3/8. Yeah. But you can also have good access with your other inverted tool. Now the interesting thing that I see here is that they have pins that stick out that also keep all of this from flopping around. So if you look in here, the pins for the external stick out further, as well as the pins for the internal. So we're on the internal right now because we would want to be able to squeeze it in to take it out. And you can see that the back side of the external pins are actually keeping this thing from flopping around. And I can show that a little bit better here. You can see these pins stick out, and then when we stick another one on here, you can see these pins are now keeping this from getting too floppy. So kind of interesting the way they did that to give it some rigidity. It's not necessarily good or bad. It adds to the clunkiness of the tool. But I do think that this serves a purpose. If you're an occasional use type of snap ring pliers user, having this in your tool bag of tricks for the occasional use, I think that could be super handy. And that's where this is going. My better snap ring pliers are here in the home shop. I don't really need snap ring pliers all that often at work. Has come up here and there, so we're going to see if this thing can meet that need and get us out of a pickle. Since this thing is not going to be used all that much, it might be interesting to know how much extra weight are you going to be carrying around for this thing that you are going to intermittently use. And it looks like you're going to be right around 200 grams extra with the pliers and all of the other heads. If you're looking at just the pliers and one head, about 140 grams. Now, something I'm not really sure about because I haven't tested any others is how hard are the pins on these? Let's find out. So we're going to grab an HRC 55 right off the bat. And we are making a mark. Let's go down to the 50. I think we're still making a mark. 45. I think we're skating there. So somewhere between a 45 and a 50. Yeah, we're not really digging in there. That's just that's the 40. Yeah, the 45 isn't really cutting it. Actually, the 50 is a little skatey. So I'll backpedal that comment, and I think we're between a 55 and a 60 on the hardness of these pins. I redid everything. I was on the sides before, and I felt it digging in, I think. But I went on the tip, and that, with the 60, I definitely felt it dig in. So these could be pretty hard. I don't know. Definitely able to dig in there. But I don't know how they have it hardened. So if I'm going by back here, we're between 50 and 55. If I'm going on what I was feeling towards the tip, I think we might be between 55 and 60. Let me know the theory on these snap ring pliers. I actually never really thought about it. I don't think you want them super hard because they'd be too brittle and you'd break them easily. So if you know more about this in the comments below, let me know. Is this a decent hardness, or is this kind of a not good hardness for snap ring pliers? So I saw these and I thought they were pretty interesting. Something to play around with. You never know. If you're in a bind and you need it and it gets you out of that bind, having something relatively small to throw in the carry to get you out of a fix might not be a bad thing. Let me know if you have this, what your overall thoughts are. Is it annoying to use? Is it relatively decent? Is it quirky? Those are all fun things to talk about. And as always, thanks for watching and have a great day.